Welcome back. This is Chartbusters. A lot of these stocks, which are the graphite-related stocks, they're off highs, but they're now busting the charts yet again, up about 12-13% on both graphite as well as HEG. What exactly is causing them to be a buzz? Nigel, you have some data?
Well, Mangalam, first, HEG and Graphite India, we're pulling up today's charts. Just like to ask my producer to pull up maybe the last 3-month chart.
Right.
Let's pull up last 3-month chart of HEG and Graphite India and see that those stocks, they have corrected big time. There was a lot of fear, people who were wondering whether or not, see that. Graphite India down 20% even after today's rally. You have HEG as well, that's down close to around 11% in the last 3 months. From the peak, it's down even more. Now, in news that came, not today, but it came a few days ago actually, in the first week of January, that the prices were increased by a Japanese producer. That's Tokai Carbon had gone ahead and increased prices for the first half of this year. Now, as per what the reports indicate, that the price has been fixed in excess of around $14,000 on a per ton basis, $14,700 on a per ton basis. We have converted it into dollars just to make it very, very simple. So that would mean that in comparison to the previous half of the year, that's from July to September, that price increase is roughly around, close to around 2,500 rupees approximately. And if you're looking at it on a year-on-year basis as well, you're comparing this first half to the first half of the calendar year 2018, still it's up by close to around $1,500 on a per ton basis. On the back of that, we are seeing that now, HEG and Graphite India, maybe that entire price erosion that we are talking about, maybe that may not come about. So, that's why we are seeing that both these two stocks are going higher. And Tokai Carbon is a rather large Japanese company. The biggest is, Showa Denko. They have nearly around 28%. Then you have the US-based company, Graftech, that has around 20-22%. And Tokai Carbon, well, they had done an acquisition the last year or around, 12 to around 18 months ago. And that's why their share in the total global market had gone up to around 14%. So that explains why HEG and Graphite India, they had seen a big correction. They're bouncing back today. There are hopes that if, in fact, the third largest producer in the world has gone ahead and increased prices, maybe, in fact, the erosion of graphite electrode prices may not come about to the extent that we thought earlier. Few reasons why they have done this. One is the demand-supply dynamics. Second factor is that needle coke prices as well have gone up. So the street will be hoping they can maintain their margins, or maybe the margin compression will not be as much as earlier feared.
All right, Nigel, thanks a lot for that. But just keep an eye out on the markets. The Nifty, while it is off the highs of the day, we have a lot of these mid-caps which are buzzing around, and some of them on the downside. Infibeam, case in point. Remember, yesterday that stock saw a sharp rally, and in the F&O space, we saw some long positions being added as well. Open interest change was higher, but now the stock seems to have come off the morning highs, currently at the lows of the day. Perhaps some bit of unwinding seen on Infibeam. Along with that, we have a lot of these metal stocks not doing particularly well. JSPL, sale from the F&O space, not doing too well. And then we have these sin stocks, United Spirits, that one should come up for you at the lows of the day. Along with that, we have Godfrey Phillips too. That stock, remember, too, rallied about 6.5–7% in yesterday's trading session. All of that coming, a bit of that perhaps coming undone. So if you're not drinking, what are you having? Coffee maybe? Tata Global Beverages, that one should come up for you at the highs of the day.
Mangala, we're just talking about metal stocks. I'll just tell you about Nalco. The stock has moved lower. It is at around 61 rupees. Overnight, Nox Hydro, they have said that the Brazilian state authority, they've lifted the Alunorte production embargo. Remember, the stock is already corrected from around 75 to around that 62 rupees. So how much of that is in the price? That's going to be quite important. It's already seen a sharp correction. Nox Hydro was the reason that the alumina prices went up. Now we were bracing ourselves for restart, so there is some progress, and the Brazilian state authority, they have lifted that embargo. So on the back of that, you're seeing the stock move to the low point of the day. The question is, how much of it is in the price, and how much lower can alumina prices go?
All right, and as we speak, Wipro, that stock is higher. Remember, on 18th January, which is 2 days from now, the company's board is meeting for its results, and the company had said they're looking for bonus as well. So perhaps a lot of these people who may be wanting to take positions ahead of that bonus for bonus stripping reasons are keeping an eye out on Wipro right now as we speak. The stock at the highs of the day. Along with that, we have the other IT stocks doing fairly well as well, and ICICI Bank too moving to the high point of the day. But